What's good, everybody? What's good? How's everybody doing out there? Hold on a minute. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Dan it. Doom, doom, doom. It takes two to make a thing go right. How y'all doing out there? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I always told you, what's today? March, Saturday the 29th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me pissed. How everybody doing out there today in YouTube land? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I know I am. Hope everybody slept well. I know I did. Thanks for the love. Let's get this camera right. We are getting really good at this. Look at that, y'all. One swipe up and we are ready to go. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Do me a favor, if you do like the content that you're about to see, the way it's about to go down, because we got a really stacked deck today, and it's going down. Go ahead and hit that like button. I ain't playing around with the likes no more. Y'all already know what we got to do. And like I always tell you, do me a favor. When you're chiming in, you got to let me know where you're chiming in from. This way I know where to go and pull that information from. Woo, do we have a loaded clip today? I gotta just tell you guys, it's normally a certain number. I'm not gonna tell you guys the number because that's one of our trivia questions that I'm gonna be asking soon. But today we have an extended clip, which means we have a little more video than we normally have. I'm gonna do some fast run throughs because we have a lot of decks to stack, but y'all already know how you do when you come here to our bottom line. Do me a favor, like I said, let me know where y'all chiming in from. Let me see, I already know Rebecca's here from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got Marielle already in the building. That's probably the BX right there, New York City. We're gonna step it up right now. We're gonna try to reach out to as many people as we can to let everybody know what we got going on. That's the reason why we always ask for those likes. I hope everybody slept well. I know you guys are up. I'm glad that you guys are here with me this early. I know it's like not always easy, especially if you don't have to go to work. But the fact of the matter that you can, that's why I always tell you, I really appreciate that. And that's why we always got to be styling and profiling, looking right for the camera for y'all all the time. Do this for y'all just to let you know. And I appreciate you guys very much. But you already know what it's time for me to do. Without any further ado, I don't want to play around. It's time to get into this clip right here, right? Time to get into this thumbnail and let you guys know what's going on. So without any further ado, let's exactly do that. What we got in the heading today, the main title is Trump is keeping his word. I'm going to go ahead and keep on reading that because, like I said, Trump is keeping his word, right? But what is he keeping his word about? U.S. auto workers for Trump says that President Trump has kept his word with them. So basically what he's promised to the U.S. auto workers, he basically has kept his word. And that's what they're saying. I guess when they're talking about bringing more car manufacturing into the country, more business and tax breaks on when it comes down to cars and vehicles, that's exactly probably what they're talking about. In more subcategories following up, we have Elon Musk says Social Security recipients shall receive more money as wait a minute. As he sits with DOGE, I apologize for that. He says Social Security recipients will receive more money now than they were receiving before. Let's see how true that is because we have that clip up here. And last but not least, what do we have? NYPD, New York Police Department, investigating a dispute at a school as a motive for a teen boy Essing shooting, which led to his death. Don't want to say the word, you guys know what I'm talking about, but a teen kid was, I guess I can say a shooting, yeah. A teen kid was shot, and basically the NYPD feel as if a dispute at his school was the reason why this thing went down. Let's get into that as well. I want you guys to see that. But as far as that goes, we've got that plus much more. We've got Trump at the White House giving Elena Haddad her President Trump swears in Alina Haddad for U.S. attorney. And I personally feel that she was loyal to Trump when many weren't. You know, Alina Haddad, that was his only lawyer that he had. She actually was a speaker for him at one point. So he's basically giving her flowers now due to the fact that she looked out for him in a time when he needed it. I think that's honorable, and it also shows how he feels about women. That's a little opinion that I have. I want to get into that clip right now so you guys can see that without any further ado. But again, do me a favor, like I always tell you, let me know where you're chiming in from, because then tomorrow I have the deck stacked with something from where you're at. Let's keep it going. Let's go.
Been very inspirational during the campaign, and our friend and Lena has requested a prayer. And Paula, if you would do the honors, please. Thank you.
Honored, sir. Thank you. Father, we come to you in the name of Jesus, and on this very divine appointment of Alina Habba, we thank you that you have chosen her before the foundations of the earth. I ask that you would give your wisdom according to James 1:5. And as she moves into this new season in this divine appointment, that she will protect the innocent, that she will always rule righteously, that she will stand in your peace and reign in truth and justice. I secure her family, her life, her calling, and her purpose. We thank you for President Trump. We thank you for this opportunity for all. Secure this in the name that is above all names, the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you very much, Paula.
Thank you, sir.
Before we begin, we have a little announcement. It's just going to be put out over the wires that Skadden Arps, the highly respected firm, Skadden Arps, Slate, Meagher, and Flom, announced the following agreement regarding a series of actions that were taken by Skadden. And it reads, number one, Skadden will provide a total of at least $100 million in pro bono legal services during the Trump administration and beyond to cause that the president and Skadden both support. This is something we both support in relation to the following areas: assisting veterans and other public servants, including members of the military, law enforcement, and on and on. Number two, Skadden will commit to the mission of providing pro bono legal services to a wide variety deserving organizations and individuals. Skadden is committed to funding no fewer than 5 Skadden Fellows. That's a scholarship fund that they've set up. And number 3, and again, we're going to put this out in much greater detail, that Skadden affirms and commits to merit-based hiring, promotion, and retention. Again, that will go on for a little while, and you'll read that. And Skadden will not deny any representation to clients, such as its members or members of politically disenfranchised groups who have not historically received legal representation from major national law firms, etc. So this is going out now, and I'm instructing my people to release it. And this just was announced, so you can you'll get it in. This was essentially a settlement, and you'll be able to read that in great detail. We appreciate Skadden's coming to the table. As you know, other law firms have likewise settled the case, and it's a shame. What's gone on is a shame, but we very much appreciate their coming to the table. But we're here for right now a different reason. It's a very important one, because today we're thrilled to swear in our interim U.S. Attorney for the District of New Jersey, Alina Habba. And I want to just congratulate, along with your husband Greg and your children, your wonderful parents who I've gotten to know over the years, great parents and a great family, so congratulations. And to Luke, Chloe, and Parker, that's great. You're proud, right, of your father and your mother, right? Both. Not just your mom, right? Your father, too. He's done pretty well. He's a good guy and very successful man. I also want to thank Attorney General Pam Bondi. She's been incredible, by the way. I don't want to brag, but I've been watching her for the last couple of weeks, and she's been incredible. Thank you very much, Pam. And a couple of others who have been really outstanding. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick. Thank you, Howard. Thank you very much. And I think I see Scott there. This is somebody.
I'm glad it froze there and it wasn't me, because I had a question. Do you think that this has anything to do with Trump, as far as when they say Trump doesn't like women, or how he really feels about women? Because he actually has 2 women there right now, and he's basically giving them their flowers, as well as, raising them up. And the one that really held him down, I really see that he's holding her down, as far as like putting her in a greater position, because she was there for him in a time when nobody else actually was. All right, so I think there's going to be a little freeze in here. I wasn't going to play the whole clip. Wanted you guys just to see that part.
The Treasury, nobody's going to out.
Right after that, of course, Pam Bondi swore her in, gave her, they came over and basically swore her in. I don't want to look, we don't go all the way the whole 11 minutes and do all of that, but I do want you guys to see it actually happened yesterday. But of course, wanted to know your opinion on what happened when this happened. I think it was a great moment yesterday. And if it's anything as far as a testament to loyalty, I would have to say that she was very loyal to Donald Trump when, like I said earlier, many people weren't. Also, you know how we do it. We're going to stack the deck, because now we got more going on right here. I want you guys to see this next clip that's going on. It answers a lot of questions that we've been having about travel. It answers a lot of questions about, what you should have, what you should be carrying, as far as what the TSA can search. You're gonna find out a lot of crazy stuff in this small clip right here. Really want you guys to see this, right? Because other countries are now warning travelers that are headed to the U.S. that there's a possibility that you will not be allowed into the U.S. because of information that's on your cell phone, information that they may find out about you, even your bank information. What they're basically saying is, if you don't want them looking through it, don't take it with you. So like, let's say, can they look through my bank information? If it's on an app and it's on your phone and they ask to use your phone, they can look into it. This is what TSA has the power to do now. And now we're finally getting some defining, understanding areas so that we can understand what TSA can and cannot do. I want you guys to see this clip right now. Always refer to border wars when I say go look at this and check this out. This is exactly what I was always trying to explain when it comes down to what they can and what they can't do. This is warnings from travelers headed to the U.S.
Warning their citizens and residents about traveling to the U.S. Canada, Britain, Germany, Finland, Denmark are among the countries who have updated their travel advisories. While they are not warning against traveling to the U.S., they are warning citizens to be extra careful and to follow all entry rules, or they could risk being detained. There are several stories floating around in recent weeks in which Customs and Border Protection agents have been denying travelers entry into the U.S. after searching through their phones. We're joined now for more insight on this by Ron Wada, an immigration attorney for Tofopolsky and Smith in San Francisco. Ron, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So, Ron, the Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable search and seizures, but there is apparently a border search exception. Can you tell us about that?
Certainly, that exception has always existed. It's gotten more publicity these days because of particularly the Trump administration's executive order requiring what they call extreme vetting, which means that in the particular case of border inspections, the inspectors have to be extra alert, extra careful about who they allow into the United States.
So can they do this? Can they actually search your phone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The Constitution offers power to the government to regulate the entry of anyone to the United States. And the border is where that power comes into play.
Wow.
The normal rights that we enjoy in the United States to unreasonable search and seizure are softened in that context.
Wow. All right. So by the numbers here, in 2016, Customs and Border Patrol numbers show officers searched 19,000 mobile devices. Last year, that number exploded to 47,000. Can you decline the search of your mobile phone?
Well, you can, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can decline the search, but they can hold your phone. So it really doesn't pay, or there's no special advantage to decline the search. You're much better off just allowing the search.
The international students at UC Berkeley, we reported, were warned not to leave the country because of issues like this. People coming into the United States are citizens. We also have permanent residents or green card holders, of course, and those with a visa. And this applies broadly to anyone coming in through CBP?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, you have greater rights as a citizen. But that doesn't mean they can't search your phone.
Wow. All right. So how deep can these searches go? Because you also have the connection, you log into your bank account, your finances are on your phone. How deep can these officers go, and what do we know about how they're doing that?
Well, all these issues are working their way through the courts right now. How deep a search can go, what is sufficient to trigger that kind of search. These are all, what shall I say, nuances that are working their way through the courts right now. But so far, in the great majority of situations, the searches don't turn up anything. And there was one case recently, for example, where a search turned up child pornography on a phone, and that was sufficient to justify holding the phone, and it caused great consternation on the part of the citizen.
Okay, they arrested the citizen. He got locked up. I want to move forward and say the next thing that he asked him was, what about my banking information? If I have banking information on my phone, because he's talking really slow, what's going on with the banking information? Yes, they can access any app that you have on your phone. If you don't want them to access the app, don't have it on your phone, or don't take your phone with you. That's crazy right there. But I told you guys before, I've watched border wars all the time, and I've always seen them going through people's phone. They find out how much money you have, ask you how long you're going to be in their country, and then they say, who's going to be your sponsor? They'll even call the person and say, are you going to be working there? And they won't let you in. They'll put you right back on the plane, send you back packing where you came from. They ain't playing around when it comes down to traveling. I can't really get angry with them when it comes down to it, because we need more extreme vetting, and we have a lot of unsavory characters that's in our country right now. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Do me a favor. We are just right at the tip of the show. We got a lot of people in the building already. We want to ask you guys, if you like the content that you're seeing already, do us a favor and go ahead and hit that like button to let more people know that we're over here. We got so much more to go on right now, because guess what they did, y'all? They got him. Yeah, the guy that was the arsonist who's suspected of burning all of those Tesla locations. Yeah, they got his face, and now he's facing federal charges. Pam Bondi says zero tolerance on this person. They've got images of him, and yeah, he's already arrested. So we got this coming up next. What you guys got to say about these two clips that I got right here? Boogie 2, how do you feel about American businesses paying tariffs? We talked about that. We talk about that all the time. Let's keep on topic right now, though. But thank you, Boogie 2. AI, we all got to tell the truth. What else we got here? Michelle Roberts, he saw it on Border Force. Border Wars. That's what it's called. That's how I learned about looking at how deep they go into stuff. Look at her trying to act like I don't know what I'm talking about, Michelle. Come on, man. Get my bags. Meet me at the airport. I might be there. AI, clean hair. What else you got here? Marielle, very extreme. They use the guise of safety, but we need to be careful because it is a slippery slope. It will not be long before it will be happening in every U.S. airport. We have less rights. Marielle, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Car care, search and seizure law. No, it's not me. Evil propagandist. Okay, car care. The smartphone is a FCC product, not yours. Whoa, I didn't know that. Marielle, you got stubbed on something. AI, it feels great. Thank God I curbed being a criminal. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm good. AI said I'm good. Trump always rewards those that are loyal to him. Yeah, that was cool what he did for her. That was some real cool stuff right there. Moving on though. They got homeboy that was setting them fires over at the Tesla dealerships. They're trying to say that he was a lone wolf, but they're still looking into it. I want you guys to see this. Check this out.
Preliminary assessment of the suspect's social media activity indicates some very loose but self-proclaimed ties to the Communist Party U.S.A. social media group, as well as social media groups called Revolutionary Communists International, Hidden Palestine, Palestine Action, and a variety of other social media groups. That is part of our investigation, is to dig further into it and to be able to determine additional motive and other potential concerns.
The suspect accused of scorching Teslas with Molotov cocktails at a Las Vegas dealership now facing federal charges. Officials say the attack had some of the hallmarks of terrorism. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Assistant Sheriff Dory Corin joins us now. I want to pull up this about charges against Paul Kim: arson, property damage, and a possession and manufacture of explosives or fire devices, and discharging firearm into abandoned structure vehicle.
Yep, so this is the person that did it. So I guess he thought he was going to get away with it, right? Paul Kim, state charges, arson, 3rd degree, 3 counts, property damage, 5,000 plus, that equals up to 4 counts, possession / manufacture of explosive or fire devices, 3 counts, discharging firearm into abandoned structured vehicle, 5 counts, and that's the state of Nevada.
He's in some pretty serious trouble.
Good morning, Dana. Absolutely. I mean, this crime and this attack was very significant. It's a priority. It was a priority from the onset for us. And ultimately, we've put all of our resources behind it to make sure that we solve this case in record-breaking time. In fact, over 250 detectives, agents, analysts, and specialists worked around the clock for 8 days just to ensure that we held the person responsible for this attack.
The Attorney General, Pam Bondi, was on last night with Laura Ingraham. Here's what she said.
That was remarkable police work, working with the state police, our FBI. They have been going nonstop on this case. This guy is in custody. Laura, he is facing 5-year minimum mandatory to 20 years in prison. And this was great police work. This guy thought he got away with it. So these people better look out. They better cut it out, because we are coming after you. And at my direction, there will be no negotiating on these people. We are not doing any plea negotiations on them. So they better cut it out.
Sheriff, do you think he acted alone?
Cut it out.
You know, at this time, we're looking at all options. We believe right now that he is the only actor in this particular incident. However, we're working very closely with our FBI partners to determine whether this act was connected to any of the other attacks that have happened elsewhere in the country.
This is what I keep on telling you guys about. It don't pay to get to a certain age, then do something stupid and get locked up. Homeboy got to be at least about in his 40s or something like that. They talking about 20 years, 60 years old coming out of jail, man. It ain't worth it, bro. I get what you're trying to do. Gather some people. Y'all need to go do some rallies and stuff like that. But as far as this go, didn't pay off. They even got him like writing with the graffiti when he was writing resist and all of that. Pretty crazy, y'all. Let me see what y'all got to say to me in this comments over here. What we got? What we got? We got Boogie too. How do you feel? What we got? See Truth. Is this guy an American citizen? I have no idea. I don't know Truth. BR 549. Okay, then how about Epstein? Vic Morrison says fake propaganda. What, the fact that he did it, or what? They trying to say it wasn't him? What do you mean by fake propaganda? Look like they got him to me. We're gonna keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going.
The reality is we have a tremendous partnership with the FBI, one that actually is multi-layered. So not just our partnership with the local special agent in charge, but also our partnership with the FBI director. As you know, this is Director Kash Patel's hometown, and he cares deeply about keeping our community safe just as much as he cares about keeping the entire country safe.
Social media was something that you talked about after he was arrested. Is there anything that you can tell from social media to help prevent these from happening in the future? We know that calls against Tesla are coming hot and heavy all across the country.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't like Elon Musk for what he's doing, for finding all of the loss, fraud, as well as firing a lot of people. We've shown on the platform here both sides of it, where it comes from him saying we got to make these cuts and this is what's going to happen, how good it's going to be for the United States. Then, of course, we do see other people that get caught up in the web that doesn't just necessarily feel and seem like they should be the ones that are actually losing their positions. You have to look at it from more than one standpoint and try to be fair to people, not just from a business aspect. And that's why we have to have soft hearts and not just think about the monetary, right? But do me a favor, you guys, if y'all appreciate the content, we've been up since 3, we've been pooling, we rocking, this is how we always do it. Do me a favor, let's try to get those numbers up there, because we're already like, we're staying in the teens for some reason, and we got about almost 400 people in the building right now. I do appreciate the people that are here. That means that you appreciate the content. Also, we're very close to our 30,000 subscriber mark, member mark. I really would appreciate you guys if you do appreciate the content, because we're here every day, 6 o'clock until the clips are done. I really would appreciate you guys if you subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. We don't ask for no money. We got coffee in the kitchen. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the money. All we really appreciate is to try to get those likes up to let everybody else know what we got going on over here. There's much more content that we have moving forward. Our next clip is going to actually be Elon Musk, who's warning that DOGE is the biggest form of government revolution since America was founded. That's what his claim is, not me. That's what Elon Musk is saying. So this is what's going on at Tesla, and of course, as a result of what? What is Elon?
I can speak for a lot.
What is Elon Musk doing right now to make these people do these things? I would say it's stuff like this. Let's get into it. Let's keep on going.
Topic of the hour. Elon Musk and 7 members of the DOGE team sit down for an exclusive Fox News interview, giving a behind-the-scenes look at the effort to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse from the government. Watch.
We want to reduce the spending by eliminating waste and fraud, reduce the spending by 15%, which seems really quite achievable. Well, this is a revolution, and I think it might be the biggest revolution in government since the original revolution. But at the end of the day, America is going to be in much better shape.
At Social Security, one of the first things we learned is that they get phone calls every day of people trying to change direct deposit information. So when you want to change your bank account, you can call Social Security. We learned 40% of the phone calls that they get are from fraudsters.
What we're doing will help their benefits. Legitimate people, as a result of the work of DOGE, will receive more Social Security, not less.
There are over 15 million people that are over the age of 120 that are marked as alive in the Social Security system. And there are some great people working at the Social Security Administration that found this 2008, and nothing was done. And so 15 to 20 million Social Security numbers that were clearly fraudulent were floating around that can be used only for bad intentions.
There are different IT systems today.
So now what I was thinking was, how they know that those Social Security numbers don't got certain accounts that they go into with some real powerful people? You messing around with the wrong people money. Now they're making these phone calls. Elon is messing around with our money. He's messing around with the big money now. Get him. I hate to say it like that, but that's what I think. When you start messing with some real powerful people money, phone calls start to get made, y'all. That's what I think. I'm going to these comments because I want to see what you guys got to say about this. What else we got? We got Main Arbor. Good morning. Good morning. Later car care. Gotta go. The farmer's calling. Later, y'all. All right, car care. Main Arbor says, hi, everybody. What's good, Main Arbor? Good morning, Bugatti. Good morning, Main Arbor. Okay, Doge since Andrew Jackson, says car care. We got Joshua Block in the building that says, white guys like me just can't pull off wearing pink like that. I don't know if it's because we lack style or because we already pink as it is. Now, you know what it is? I'm going to tell you why. Because we have the contrast. You see how the pink is going off the black, right? The pink, it got to go off of my skin too. It has to play off of everything. So maybe that's the reason why. But I guarantee you, I bet you I could hook you up. You want to get something tight? Yeah, I send me a picture. I'll put together an outfit for you. You be like, yo, Bugatti got me looking right. I don't play around when it come down to the style, y'all. Y'all know what the deal is. What we got over here? Moose Hog, got it, big bro. BR549 says, I hit that on the way in. BR549, you know what's up. God bless you, man. I appreciate you. Nigel, you are the problem. What Nigel doing? Shemsu says, nice suit. Thank you so much for the compliment, you guys. I appreciate you. That's why I do what I do. Joshua, good morning. I want to keep these clips going because this is some very important information right here. Only thing I'm going to ask you guys to do, don't worry about the coffee because we got the coffee in the kitchen. I just want to make sure that we get those likes up so that we're looking respectable. And I thank you for that. Let's keep going, y'all.
At NIH.
700 different IT systems.
IT software systems. They can't speak to each other.
And so they don't talk to one another.
They have 27 different CIOs. And so when you think about making great medical discoveries, you have to connect the data. It will make science better, not worse.
There's $500 billion of fraud every year. There's hundreds of billions of dollars of improper payments. And we can't pass an audit.
Great team there. Joining me now for the rest of the program.
They said they can't pass an audit. Wow, that's crazy. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you mess with the wrong people's dough at DOGE, you're messing with some real people's money now. Them phone calls are being made. Check this out. Do what y'all got to do. Shut it down. And the sad part about it is, then you have these judges that are coming in and like forcing certain payments to keep going to, whatever they got going on with transgender, whatever, understandings in the rainforest, all these crazy things that our money is going to. Meanwhile, over here, we hurting. Real is real and the fact's a fact, but I'd be damned if my stomach ain't in my back. We broke as hell out here. But meanwhile, we got all the money in the world to give to Ukraine. We can give everybody else money. We can give a whole bunch of money to illegal migrants, right? But we ain't got nothing for the vets that's on the side of the street. Hopefully things change, y'all. I got a lot more to keep on going. I want you guys to see this next clip because this kind of hits home, not hits home, but I want you to see this situation with Ron DeSantis of all people. He details taking out a Soros-backed menace prosecutor in Florida. Kind of reminds me of Judge Bozeman, who's being a little stick in the mud right now. Kind of like maybe they're talking about probably trying to do something with him. They've already tried to impeach Bozeman, but it hasn't gone well. So now this is just an idea of what Ron DeSantis, he details, taking out a Soros-backed menace prosecutor in Florida and how he operates.
The areas you focused on was the judiciary, because when you became governor, there were some issues with the judiciary. So I think it would be helpful to the nation, maybe even Congress. You were a former member of Congress. Tell us the sort of things you did.
Well, one, Mark, we had a decades-long run of liberal judicial activism in the Florida Supreme Court. And so when I became governor, I actually got to replace 3 liberal justices my first month in office. And so we transformed the court from, at that time, was 4-3 liberal to 6-1 conservative. And clearly, I'm appointing people who understand the text, history, and structure of the Constitution. They're not legislating from the bench, and they are going to apply the law as it's written. How has that made a difference in Florida? Well, you have documented, and I've talked about for a long time, the menace of these Soros-backed radical prosecutors. They get elected and they don't prosecute people. The communities decay. Well, we actually had 2 of those that happened in Florida, and I removed them from their posts. And they sued in the Florida Supreme Court, and they lost in the Florida Supreme Court.
Now, the sad part about that is we have a governor that won't do that in New York. My governor will never do nothing like that. That's why we have these, crazy judges that let people out of jail. It was a point where when it was during COVID, you would be arrested. They would put you through the system, and they would let you go home if you promised to come back. They would give you Yankee tickets and a discount on Dunkin' Donuts and a coffee. I'm not playing with you guys. I'm not playing with you guys. Crazy stuff that they were doing in New York. So that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you need a stern governor that's going to make people do what they have to do. I know a lot of people don't like Ron DeSantis. I don't like a lot of stuff he do neither. When I was down there running around with some people, some Jamaicans that I know, really nice people. They were very fearful in Florida. Really nice people. So I don't particularly like people and certain things that they do, but I do think that some of their actions do stand out, and they probably, are good for some things, not everything. Just got to be honest with you. You pick them for whatever you like good about them, and the bad stuff is like, you just can't get with that. You don't have to like everything that somebody does. I don't like everything that my mama used to do. So you can't expect me to like something that another man, or everything that another man likes. So moving forward, just wanted you guys to see that. And now I want you guys to see what's going on with the auto workers, because the auto workers are basically saying that President Trump has kept his word. We went over that in the origination of coming in. We talked about cuts on cars as far as like when it comes down to car loans. We talked about bringing more cars back in manufacturing back into the United States, and that's what he's doing by bringing in Honda and Hyundai and all these other car companies who are trying to dodge the tariffs by doing this. In order to not get tariffs put on you, you have to be manufacturing your cars in the United States. And that's what they're starting to do, which is something that the auto workers are really happy about, because it's bringing more work to them, says the leader, the head of the United Auto Workers for Trump. Check this out, you guys. So now there's starting to be some ripples in the market where people are actually saying that they're starting to feel it. And that's what I was talking about yesterday. When are the consumers, when are we going to start feeling these tariffs and these great things that they're talking about in our bank accounts? When are we going to start feeling that cushion and some more monetary, or less prices at the pump, or less prices at the supermarket? Because I'm still not seeing it. The pump, yes, but supermarket, no.
Joining us now is Auto Workers for Trump leader Brian Pannebecker. Good to see you, Brian. Thanks very much for being here. Did you have any doubts that President Trump would follow through on this promise?
I personally had no doubt. The man keeps his word. He did it during his first term, and he's doing it here in his second, and we're very happy for it.
You know, President Biden and Democrats in general used to brag that they, and Biden in particular, was a strong blue-collar president. But is Trump now getting more support from blue-collar workers than the Democrats?
Absolutely. Donald Trump got the majority of the UAW membership's vote in 16, 20, and again in 24. As a matter of fact, his support built every election and got stronger. So, after being elected in 2016, he did what he said he was going to do. So his support grew in 2020, even though there was some problems with that election due to COVID. And then in 2024 rather, he had a opponent who said she wanted to ban the internal combustion engine, David. Right. Now, that means basically get rid of the auto industry and turn it over to China. So his support grew again in 2024. So he's got strong support. And now even Sean Fain, the socialist president of the UAW, has gotten on board. So he's late to the game, but we're glad to see him supporting Donald Trump.
I guess he kept his word with U.S. automakers. You guys can see that part. Hopefully, we start to see more stories like this where people starting to say that it's helping out economically, so that us, the American citizens, can actually start feeling some of these ducats in our pocket. We need some dough, y'all. We need some bread, right? Money, 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 money. Some people got to have it. Yeah, some people really need it. Oh, do things, bad things, baby. I ain't never say I was no singer, but I like to have fun. Yes, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying the content. We still here. We not even halfway through. I told you we got a lot more to go. We're reporting on everything today. Instead of you having to go and look for all this stuff and figure it out, no, we're going to put it all together right here. We have a dialogue area where we can talk about it. So let's do that, because now I'm coming to the comments. I'm sure you guys got a lot to talk about what we just saw. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going. It says, Angelo says, I know I'm supposed to keep the comments on topic, but you've got to be the sharpest dressed streamer I've ever seen. Now, you see how that happened? That was just sitting there the whole time. And even though fact he said he shouldn't have said that, I happen to have to read it. And I appreciate that. And you know why I do this? I do it for y'all. That's right. I do it for y'all. So that's all I ask you guys to do is hit that like button to get those numbers up so more people can see what we got going on over here. If you like the content, it's about 100 and something people that have been here for a while now. If I'm staying somewhere for over 5 minutes, that means I like it. I'm not going to eat something I don't like. I'm going to spit it out and keep on walking. But what I want you guys to do is do me that favor. I don't want no money. Leave the money alone because I know times are rough right now. But y'all could help me out and get those numbers up. Let's help the show out, actually. It's not me. It's the show to let more people get over here. We got 41 people in the building. We got 180. We got 180 people in the building, and we only got 41 likes. Y'all already know how that turns around. Next clip, things get crazy. Boom, now we got 400 people back because the people here care about what's going on. So what I'm gonna need y'all to do, go ahead and hit that like button so YouTube can send the ball up in the air and let everybody know what we're doing. Because right now we got President Trump, see they missed it, thought there wasn't no more gonna be going on, thought that I was whatever, right? And then I come and hit him with another one. BAM! Now we got President Trump. Yesterday, he speaks at the White House, at the Iftar dinner meeting. And he said some very good things that we're going to be able to see instead of them people that ran away. They thought it was over, right? Watch this. They thought it was over, y'all. I love when they do that. That's that woosah moment that we talk about. When we take that deep breath. When they leave they put the coin in and they say they don't want to lose no more of their money. And one person woke up with one coin and just hit the jackpot because they decided to leave. That's what they did, y'all. They decided to leave at the wrong time. Check this out. We got President Trump who delivers remarks at the White House Iftar dinner.
You're very upwardly mobile. You're doing very well. That's great. You're going to have a tremendous time. Both great countries, and enjoy it. Every day we're keeping our promises to the Muslim community. My administration is engaged in relentless diplomacy to forge a lasting peace in the Middle East, building on the historic Abraham Accords, which everybody said would be impossible, and now we're going to start filling them out because, as you know, Biden did nothing to fill them out. He did absolutely. We had the 4 great countries, and nothing happened despite the importance of the Abraham Accords, but I have a feeling it's going to fill out very quickly. It's already, people are talking already about it. They should have had them long ago. It should have been done. We're rapidly defeating inflation by reducing energy costs and even slashing the price of eggs by 50%. Doesn't sound like much, believe me. You know, when I got here, I was in 1 week, and I was being hit by the fake news media. They were saying, egg prices have quadrupled. I said, I just got here. I didn't even know. I said, what's the problem with eggs? But the problem with eggs was Joe Biden. That was the problem. He let them get out of control. And as you probably saw last month, they went down 35%, and the quantity is so much that, I don't know, I think they're going to go down a lot further. We have a total of over 50% in a few weeks, Lindsay. I'd say that's pretty good. And nobody wants to talk about it. Now they don't want to talk about it. They talked about it when it went up under somebody else, but when it went down under me, they don't want to talk. So we have to talk ourselves. If they won't say it, we have to say it, right? I learned that a long time ago.
Stop playing, y'all. Somebody said they miss Biden. What you mean, for falling down the steps? And yeah, check this person out right here. Trump is probably more pink than you. He got on a pink tie, and this tie is much more pinker than mine. So I think you'll be able to rock a pink tie, yo. Do me a favor, hit that like button and let more people know that we're here and what we got going on if you appreciate the content. Let's get those numbers up. We got about 200 and something people in the building. We got 40 something likes. Let's go, y'all.
We're fighting for parents' rights and school choice, and we're stopping schools from indoctrinating children with transgender ideology, something which people of this room are not happy about. I know that for a fact. And it's a shame what's happened, but we're turning it around and turning it around at levels that nobody can even believe. I signed an order also, and I think very importantly, also in particular for people in this room, we're keeping men out of women's sports. Is that okay? Men out of women's sports. The Muslim community was there for us in November, and while I'm president, I will be there for you. I'm going to be there for you, and I think you know that, and our 2 great mayors understand that. I said that I would see you after, and I saw you after, and I think you're doing better than we are. You're doing better than anybody. So it's so great. I'm so glad you're here. But as we approach the end of Islamic holy month of Ramadan, we're also deeply honored to be joined by many of the international friends and partners, including the ambassador from Saudi Arabia to the United States, a very, very special woman, Princess Rima. Princess, thank you. Thank you, Princess. Great. Say hello to everybody. It's great to see you. Thanks as well to the ambassadors and chiefs of mission from the United Arab Emirates, from Jordan, Egypt, Kuwait, Qatar, Pakistan, Malaysia, Brunei, Bahrain, Iraq, Oman, Morocco, Indonesia, Algeria, Djibouti, Cameroon, Lebanon, Nigeria, Guinea, Tanzania, Kenya, the Maldives, Libya, Senegal, Bangladesh, and we have a few others. I'm sorry if I forgot, but I am going to be in big trouble if I did. But that's a pretty good group of people represented tonight. Wouldn't you say, Senator? I think so.
So yes, this was the iftar dinner that they had at the White House, and they were just, giving it, talking about the holy month of Ramadan, it being over, the celebration, and basically coming together. And had a pretty good event. It seemed like the turnout was pretty good. You guys do me a favor, like I always ask. Do me a favor, let's try to get those likes up so that more people know that we're here and what we got going on. We're going to finish this content. I don't want to stop the clip. Let me see what you guys got to say real quick. Hey, Max, what's going on? Guy, what's good? How you doing? Mike Skinner says, this dude is going places. Maine Arbor, nice work, Trump team. What else you got over here? Thank you so much with that compliment, Mike. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys, as a matter of fact. Rebecca, how you doing? Good morning, Rebecca. How you doing? Is Batty Lynn in the building? How you doing, Kendra? Kendra Walker, how you doing? Batty Lynn, good morning. Good morning, Batty Lynn. How you guys doing this morning? Let's keep this going.
And we're greatly honored by your presence this evening. I just really want to thank you all. It's a special group. I look forward to it. You know, we have long days, not like other people that had this position. I work long hours. And I said tonight, after making 3 calls for people running for office, they call them teletown halls, and they're not easy to do. And I said, well, now I go home and can relax. They said, no, you can't, sir. You're seeing your friends from lots of different places, and that's okay. As soon as I found out who they were, I said, all right, that's okay. But Ramadan is a season of spiritual reflection and self-restraint. Every day during the sacred 9th month of the Islamic calendar, Muslims fast from dawn to dusk, deepening their focus on prayer and devotion to God. So nice. Then Muslims all over the world join family and friends each night and sundown to give thanks to the Almighty and break their fast with an iftar dinner, just like this one. This is what we have tonight, right, Paula? I hope you like it. If you don't like it, don't complain, okay? You're still in the White House, right? We're all in the White House together, so how bad can that be? So tonight we gather with the goodwill and the gratitude for God's many blessings, and that's what it's all about. This tradition exemplifies the beautiful spirit of all 3 Abrahamic faiths, the spirit that inspires us to seek happiness and prosperity at home and peace for the entire world. We're all looking for peace.
You're all looking for peace, y'all. Now we got to keep it going. That was the end of that clip. I hope you guys appreciate that content. A lot was said there, and I know how I always do. Every time I find some content where I feel like we're going to get some brain food, I think that we need to pay attention to it. We here, we don't worry about the network. We don't get caught up in CNN. We don't get caught up in Fox. We don't get caught up in the network, especially when that person is actually talking directly to us. Also, if it's just the network, what do? We wait for them to say what they got to say, stick their head out the hole, boom, and then we go check the information out before we beat everybody up. Again, that's what we do instead of just saying, oh, it's CNN. Oh, it's Fox. We don't worry about that. If somebody was yelling fire, are you going to worry about who's yelling fire? Or are you going to look around and see if you see some smoke? Yeah, so stop worrying about the small stuff. There's always a bigger picture out there. And that's why we create our bottom line, to get to the bigger picture and have those common areas where we can talk about our clips. Do me a favor, you guys. Let's get those likes up so more people know that we're here and more people know what we're doing. Thank you for all of the love. Appreciate the flavor, y'all. Thank you so much. Well, we got BR. We got another. Okay. Bye, Alan. Let me see, make sure I'm just getting you out of here. Bang! Alan gotta go. Bang! Wasting time. Why would you get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to play around and troll? Alan must have been a child. Let's keep on going, y'all, because now on the flip side of this, because since we're keeping it in that area, we got some pushback, and now we're going to talk about the Columbia University activist Mahmoud Khalil, who's fighting for his extradition in New Jersey. Check this out, you guys. We're going to keep on doing our follow-ups. We're going to keep on doing our episodes, because we have a lot of stuff that we have to follow up from earlier in the week that we showed, as well as we haven't talked about this in a while, and we don't know what's going on with this case. This is the most recent information that I've been able to get on the Mahmoud Khalil's case that stems from Columbia University, the college.
And the case of a detained Columbia University graduate heads to federal court in New Jersey today. The government wants to move the case to Louisiana, where Mahmoud Khalil's being held. His lawyers want it in New Jersey, closer to his wife, who's about to give birth. Now, a judge could decide on the location as soon as today before ruling on whether his detention is legal. ABC News Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky has the latest on that case. Aaron?
Diane, Mahmoud Khalil, the Columbia University graduate, has been in federal immigration custody down in Louisiana for about 3 weeks now. His lawyers are here in Newark Federal Court to argue for his release, while government attorneys are here to argue to move his entire case down to Louisiana. Perhaps they think the judge there would be more sympathetic to the administration's argument that Mahmoud Khalil poses a risk to U.S. foreign policy because, as the administration has said, he organized anti-Israel campus demonstrations at Columbia last year and was an outspoken activist. This is all part of the administration's crackdown on-campus pro-Palestinian campus activism. About a half dozen college students, international college students around the country have been targeted. A number of them are in detention, including doctoral students from the University of Alabama and Tufts University. Khalil has been in custody the longest. His attorneys say his detention is unlawful and based only on the exercise of free speech.
Now, the day before yesterday, we reported that arrest that happened at Tufts, where Homeland Security approached the other female, and she had, I think her visa was expired. They had face coverings, and they basically approached her, put her into a vehicle, got her up out of there. She's actually been detained now. Got a lot of stuff going on nowadays, you guys, back and forth. You got good things, you got craziness going on. I want to know what you guys think about this clip right here with Columbia University. What we got here? We got Patriot Watcher says Trump said he would end it in a week. Back 9996 says already did. BR549 says I don't support Israel either. Michelle Silliman says yes, take it to Jersey. Alina Haba will handle that, not a problem. Get her done. Keep moving forward. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that was a smart. You saw that, y'all? I didn't even notice that. He going over. They want him to go to New Jersey. And Alina Haba is going to be she's going to be the main judge out there. Wow, that was good for, who caught that right there? And it was right in front of my face. Michelle caught that right there. Michelle said it. Let's say it again. Yes, take it to Jersey. Alina Haba will handle that. Not a problem. Get her done. Keep moving forward. Wow, good notification. Trump is orange. Okay, no doubt. Who said that? Project Sector. What else we got over here? We got Patriot Watcher says Trump said he would end it. Cole Rose says Black 999. I hit the like button on the way in. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Quake Box. So Israel wants to take the land with no fight. What else we got here? We got Maine Arbor says Patriot Zelensky wanted the war to continue. What else we got? We got J-Man 253. No, I ain't gonna say that. Max Reyes says, Patriot, I agree with you, but this isn't a debate. BR549 says all good things take time. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep going. Let's wrap this up.
Diane?
Yeah, that's already wrapped up. Okay, so we saw both sides of that. We saw at first where, and this is a question that I was asking, not to get off topic. Remember when my question was, can they legally remove him from the country for voicing his opinion. He is not a citizen. He is here on a green card. But does he have the same rights as we do as far as freedom of speech is concerned? Y'all let me know that down in the comments. Does Mahmoud Khalil have the same rights as an American citizen due to the fact that he's here on the green card? If I'm wrong about the green card, fix me up on that too and let me know. I want to know what's up. Bring me up to date. Okay, we're going to keep on going because now this story is going to stack kind of crazy. I want to show you guys what sometimes happens in neighborhoods where the parents kind of get away from their children. Meaning, that doesn't mean that they don't love their children, but sometimes when you don't really understand or know what your children are getting into, you could have the wrong mindset in thinking, oh, they're doing one thing, meanwhile they're doing the next. A lot of times you hear people out here like, oh my God, not my baby. He would never hurt nobody. Oh no, look at what they did to my baby. Or it could be the case where this actually happened. Look at different cases all around the world where, people actually were victims and their parents were, hurt behind it. This case right here is one where I'd like to make a point of it, and I think that I did it on. It's something about this case that came to me, where this kid that had a dispute at school, they said that the motive was something that happened at the school. I said to myself, it seems like it may be a little more to that, not just what they're saying on the surface. Is it possibility that this kid was hanging with the wrong people? So then I said, you know what, let me just let it play out and let's look into it. Right now we have a situation where a dad is speaking out after his son was fatally shot in New York City. He was a good boy is what his dad is saying. This is the picture of him right there. He's saying that his son was a good boy, he never hurt anybody, and now he's no longer with us because sadly he was shot in the chest. I want you guys to see this as this dad speaks out about his son in Brooklyn.
I love you. You're my son. You're my prince. Daddy loves you.
This Brooklyn father's seemingly unbreakable bond with his teenage son ripped away by a gunman in Queens. Miguel Jasmine's 16-year-old Sincere was killed after school Wednesday, gunned down after getting off a bus in Jamaica.
Waited for the nurses and the doctors to let us know if my son was still breathing or was he going to pull through. I got to hold him one last time in my arms, give him a kiss.
A gut-wrenching goodbye only hours after he saw his son off to high school earlier that day.
Told him I love him, and I said, I'll see you when you get back. I love you, son.
Tragically, these are the last images he'd see of Sincere alive, walking across Liberty Avenue moments after being shot once in the chest, then sitting down to rest before collapsing. Thursday, police releasing vivid images of the suspected gunman they've been hunting.
I'd never seen him a day in my life. Never.
What do you think when you see him?
I hope they find him.
Jasmine says his son was headed to the music studio before the deadly encounter, explaining he was into drill rap, a social media-driven genre that delivers stinging lyrics meant to taunt or retaliate against rival groups. Detectives still unclear if that led to his demise.
Parents should be on top of their kids and know who their friends, know where they're going.
Jasmine never dreamed this would be his reality when recording this video.
He says parents need to be on top of their kids, know where they're going and what they're doing. The last part of that video, I noticed that they said that he was a drill rapper, which sent up red flags in my mind. I'm a rapper myself. Drill rap means to K-I-L-L people. I've read in the Bible where it says you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If also the words that you say out of your mouth can create the life that you're in. Something inside of that told me, let's dig a little deeper. So we went to his Instagram page. We found his name, the drill rapper name, and we went to his Instagram page because I wanted to see, what sort of drill rap he's doing, just to, figure it out a little bit over here. All right, so this is the Instagram page here. His rap name is S.Blocker. His other partner's name is J. Blocker, and his other buddy's name is Don Wick. This song here is called Different Year. They've also got other songs that I've noticed that were called, other titles called F the North Side and things like that. So then when I started seeing that and I started seeing the motions, actual weapons being pulled, I said, damn, live by the sword, possibility to die, to go by the sword. So now we got the hand signals, we got the, throwing up the gang signs and everything, drill rap, promethazine bottle pops in, they're talking about, their block. I'm not going to play the music because I already heard it and I know what it's about. Then the reveal of the pistols and the guns and all of that stuff. This is why I don't hang around. And as a younger man, I knew not to hang around. I tried my best not to hang around people that played with pistols. 9 times out of 10, you'll mess around and get caught up with one and be the victim of one, especially if you hang around with a lot of people that move like that. So not only this now, because I know you guys probably can't see it that clear. So what I did was, we had to take it a little further. That's why I said this is going to be a little extended situation. We went a little further and we found another video with S. Blocker, J. Blocker, Manny Blitz. This is the one called F the North Side. We're not going to play no audio. I don't want to get struck. But these are the motions and the things I'm talking about when a parent doesn't really know what their kid is doing and he's saying, he was a good boy. In this rap, S. Blocker says, if you get caught and you get hit and you go down, you're a punk. Seems like he was basically talking about his own demise. And I ain't trying to be fake about it. I'm just building my story from actually what's going on here. So let's keep on going. So now this is F the North Side. This is the video, him and his guys. This is the drill thing that they do now. That's him right there in the middle with the hoodie on, with the shiesty mask on, which means they don't want to be caught with nothing on because they got their faces covered. All of the gun gestures and the motions, the smoking, that's one thing. That's another. That's not a problem because, some people smoke. That's not a problem. But as far as the other gestures and things like that, we can kind of see what these guys were talking about and what they were promoting. It says it in the Bible again, live by the sword, you die by the sword. And if you're not being, watched by your parents and nobody know what you really got going on, 9 times out of 10, you will get caught up to stuff like this. A lot of these drill rappers, they'll say something about another rapper, smoking on such and such, or I'm doing this to this person. And it'll get out in the rap song, and the next thing you know, you're going to get retaliatory beef coming out of it. So yeah, these are the songs and the stuff that he was doing. S. Blocker, smoking. I already showed you guys the pistols and everything in there. So again, the story goes much deeper than my son was a good boy, even if he was. Sometimes when you live around the types of things that depict that, around people that's always doing stuff like that, you become a product of the issue. And that's what happened here. That's what happened here. And I can see it. They're not saying that in the story. As you guys notice, they're only using the younger picture when he's with his dad and not the other ones with the shiesty mask and everything else. Let's call it for what it is. Because maybe if we pay attention to this even more right now, it won't happen again. So now, let's wrap it up. Let's go. What we're going to do now is we're going to close the case and see what they're saying at the end of all of this right here. This is his girlfriend.
The shooting may be linked to an ongoing dispute at school, and the suspect may be a classmate.
We first told you about this gun insanity yesterday on Eyewitness News at 5. The 16-year-old boy who lost his life, Sincere Jasmine is his name. He had just gotten off a bus in Jamaica, Queens, and the gunman was just waiting for him.
Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg in Jamaica with the new details in the case. Lauren?
Yeah, Sade and Bill, police say they know who they are looking for and that the suspect and the victim did have some sort of beef, and it didn't turn violent at the school, but instead about 3.5 miles away here in Jamaica. And the suspect collapsed less than 24 hours ago just outside this bodega behind me.
gone. He's gone forever.
A grieving great aunt furious that her 16-year-old nephew was killed yesterday. Sincere Jasmine was on his way home from school. He'd just gotten off the Q83 bus on Liberty Avenue when he was shot in the torso. Surveillance video shows him walking less than a block to a corner deli where he's seen sitting down before collapsing. People coming to his aid.
I don't even know how to feel. I feel numb.
Today at the same deli, Michelle, who says Jasmine is her older brother, and Jalen, his girlfriend.
He was a gentleman. He was like sweet. Like, he was always there for his friends. Anybody who he loved, he was always there for them. He was very genuine, loyal.
They shared with me a video clip of him rapping about bullets.
Bullets give you cancer.
They say the shooting stemmed from an ongoing dispute at John Adams High School, a death that's left Jasmine's family devastated. Police outside their home in Jamaica, where basketballs linger by the lawn, and crying could be heard just beyond the door.
We call him Boo Boo. All he do is smile all the time. Just quiet, nice, young boy. All he does is smile.
His
Shouldn't have been around that kind of music, shouldn't have been probably doing that. And, you know, again, it sucks for that to happen to that kid because of the choices that he made, as well as I wouldn't say that the guidance was there because it seems like all of the adults in his life saw him as another person that he really wasn't. Even if he wasn't doing bad things, they should have probably been a little bit more on top of him and really knowing what he was getting into. Because then you're going to have situations like this where he was so sweet. Yes, he's sweet to you. You're his grandmother or his aunt or a family member. But people in the street don't see that. And once we as black men get to a certain height and a certain age and we wear a hat, the police don't see the young kid that you see. They see a man and they treat you as that. So this is we have to bring light to situations like this because it's very important. Hope you guys appreciating the content because we stacked the deck on that one. I wanted you guys to see the full scope of what was going on there. That's why I kind of dug around so that you can really see what was going on and not just play a clip. Sometimes I'll see something and I'm like, let's dig a little deeper here. Hope you appreciate that, guys. Again, been up since 3 doing stuff like that to make sure that we get good content here and got this suit on and don't got nowhere to go after this. But do me a favor, y'all. Go ahead and hit that like button. Let everybody know what we're doing. And yes, I'm proving that we are the #1 show on YouTube from the 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock hour. How we do it over here, Kendra? How we do it over here, Batty Lynn? How we do it over here, Marielle? How we do it over here, Chad C? What's going on with VIP Auction Group? I ain't playing. I know my people. Stop playing. And I got more coming because these are the people that really hold me down. So yes, we're going to keep on moving because now same age kids, same type of stuff going on where my boy ain't never do nothing wrong. You don't know what they doing outside. They doing stuff like this. Now we got a group of kids on the bikes, the city bikes. This is how they do it. They wait for somebody to put their bike down and go to the store. Then they jump on the bike and they take the bike. And then they ride another person until they get a bunch more bikes, right? And then now we got this group of kids on bikes that's riding around the city and stealing people headphones right off their head. So y'all got some expensive headphones that y'all think y'all gonna hold on. I hope y'all got some chin straps for them. Cause check this out. Y'all ain't got no chin strap on them expensive headphones that y'all got rocking out here. I kind of suggest that you might want to leave them home. Because the same sort of situation is happening to people on the street. Now check this out.
Warning this morning about a group of thieves who are snatching headphones right off the heads of people in Manhattan.
Police released these photos of the suspects who they say rip people off. They ride up on a bike and next thing you know, your headphones are gone. The crooks have struck at least 7 times.
Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson live this afternoon in the Meatpacking District. I understand, Kimberly, you may have spoken with one of the victims.
I did, Sandra, and it only took a few seconds, but Emily Rella tells me what happened to her still haunts her to this day. She never heard or saw them coming, that group of suspects riding that bike, but they clearly scoped out the 31-year-old, and when she least expected it, they made their move. The headphones that she was wearing at the time, they were $600. They were a Christmas gift from her dad. March 17th, Emily was walking alone along Jane Street in the West Village. It was just after 4 in the afternoon, so it was broad daylight. Emily tells me initially 2 men on separate bikes stopped near her so she could move. A third on a bike came up behind her, snatched her headphones, and rode off. It wasn't over. About 20 seconds after that, a second group, about 3 people on bikes, rode past her. Now, Emily believes they were backup in case things didn't go as planned. That same day, police say the group carried out copycat robberies at 6 more locations in Manhattan over the course of just 3 hours.
So everybody out there, just be a little careful and cautious now. Somebody in the comments said that this is going on everywhere. I'm sure it is, but that doesn't mean that we don't got to be careful. Get some earbuds. Wear them in the house, at least till stuff calm down a little bit. Those are really expensive headphones. I always see people wearing them, and I know that they're really good sound. And also, the really bad part about them is what? Noise cancellation. So you probably can't hear people coming. You know, you can't hear people approaching you when stuff like that can happen. Stuff like that can happen. So be really careful. Even if you are wearing your headphones, you know, pay attention to where you at. You just outside looking like I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Like, come on, you look like a little suspect right there, homegirl. Like, you look like a mark, especially when it comes down to these young kids. And I got to say that because they're not like we used to be, where we had a lot of respect for women and we wouldn't do things like that. There's no way in the world you're going to be taking something off of a woman like that and trying to hurt her. I think that's dead wrong. So they do need to get caught when it comes down to that. They got photos of them. They ain't got on no shiesty mask. So hopefully they'll be able to get apprehended. I don't know if she's getting them headphones back though. They might have sold them or put them on eBay or something like that. Y'all know the next move when it go down to that because they rather have the money. Let me see what we got going on in the comments over here. Maine Arbor says, we all came from Africa. What we got here? Trumpet Stillskin says, that's what I'm afraid of. Ooh, most black. Bobby B says, hey, good morning. Good morning, Bobby B. Black 999C says, man, spitting facts, 100. Thank you so much for that. David, it's 2025 and you need to be told to keep your shit tight. You deserve it. Marielle says, crazy that you can't use or wear things outside of your home because animals are allowed to terrorize the public. Deputy said, Amish country is nice. Ain't it? Right about now, right, Deputy? Mr. R says, it's true. Watch footage of these families in the 60s and the 70s. B. Burger Boy says, remember everyone was at the tower getting along, planning to build, and God scrambled their language so they would separate. Batty Lynn says, I almighty, no one says they deserve to be robbed. No, never said that. Nobody deserves to be robbed. B. Berg Boy says, we all this not come from America. I came from Israel. Okay. We're going to keep on going, y'all. Now, we already got some tips from her for you. She says she's not going to be wearing those anymore. She's scared to be outside now. She every time a bike passes her, she gets really nervous. So she's like kind of shocked now. So she doesn't even come outside like that anymore. That's very sad that happened. I think that hopefully she gets over it and understands that it was some young, ignorant juveniles that basically did that. Because you can tell by the photos that these guys were like teenagers, and they were just, what do they call it? Wilding. They were what we call wilding, doing whatever they want on the city bikes. Okay, you guys, we got another story coming up. This one is kind of crazy. This Detroit officer was charged with allegedly stealing his colleague's shoes. Don't know why. I don't know what's his little freakazoid situation he got going on, but he decided to steal some shoes.
Shoe bandit afoot, and Detroit police didn't have to go far.
In Detroit.
There is a suspected shoe bandit afoot, and Detroit police didn't have to go far to catch him.
Kind of a bizarre story. Fox News' Lauren Edwards has more on a police officer accused of having sticky fingers.
It is different, and when it's brought to our attention, any type of crime or anything, we investigate.
Detroit police with a case like no other. Chief Todd Bettison says a member of the department has been accused of stealing other police officers' shoes.
Over at the 3rd precinct in the locker room, just like any typical locker room, our officers, tend not to put their shoes in their lockers. It's outside the lockers, or it could be some other things as well. And so shoes were coming up missing.
Detroit police say between September 2024 to January 2025, 27-year-old officer James Clark Davis III allegedly stole multiple pairs of sneakers from fellow officers at DPD's Atwater Street location.
We did like typically utilize an AirTag or other device. We planted a pair of shoes over there and put it in the shoes. The shoes came up missing. Ultimately, the shoes ended up at Officer Davis's house.
Police got a search warrant, entered his home, and found the missing shoes. Thursday, Davis was arraigned on 3 counts of larceny in a building and 1 count of receiving and concealing stolen property, $200 to $1,000.
It's really a sad day. I know him, and so I just want Officer Davis to get the help that he needs. Of course, he's going to have to, just like anybody else, go through the criminal justice process.
The chief says Officer Davis also resigned Thursday, but emphasizes that police are not above the law.
Stealing shoes? Like, this is the shoe bandit? Like, what's going on with this fool? Is he a troll? Like, what is on? What? Huh? Who steals shoes? Funky shoes at that, out of a gym. He must have some type of fetish, y'all. What y'all got to say about this crazy guy stealing these shoes over here? B. Berg Boy says, what we got over here? Mr. R says, maybe he was going to frame them in the future. Soul Eye says, brain mind, year 0 was 1978. David says, he became a cop to steal their boots. Kendra Walker dying. Old Club says, he's sniffing them in the corner. K Mill, it's a real addiction. See, yo, you know what? How come I thought of that? I said he's sniffing them. I swear to God, I said that. I said he got some type of funky foot fetish. He got a funky foot fetish, y'all. This officer, he want the funk. Give him up that funk down. He wants the funk. Gotta have that funk now. We want the funk. Gotta have that funk now. We want the funk. You gotta have that funk. Somebody said he was in the corner sniffing him. Hey, yo. They talking about prosecuting him for what? Stealing shoes? Man, let me tell you something. I had to put that there. Y'all already know how I do. I always got to find it funny to try to level off with all the crazy stuff that we got to see. Oh, my God. Especially when I go into a story like this that's coming up. This ain't so funny, you guys. I probably should have waited for the funky shoe clip before I did this one, because this one is a little more serious, but I just want to break up the monotony a little bit and get us to talk about something, a little bit of dialogue. Let me see what you guys got to say about this, though. No, he didn't sell them. Very odd, right? He didn't sell them. How about if he would have, you gonna give me a tip if I do a flip? Give me $20, I'll do a flip. It was very odd. He didn't sell them. Like, what was he doing with them shoes? Over 2,000. I mean, come on, what was you doing with them shoes? He's like this. He was definitely a sniffer. He was a sniffer. Or maybe he had a dog that he was trying to train to find scents. He was trying to get an advance in the job position. He was looking to go into the K9 division. So he was secretly training a German Shepherd using everybody's shoes, y'all. All right, y'all. Like I said, this next story isn't that funny. It's really serious. What else we got? Tim laughing. I am enjoying this. Thank you so much, Deputy. I really appreciate that. It must have had a very big closet. Serial sniffer. Light said he was a serial sniffer. That's crazy right there. This one right here is a New York City postal worker that's accused of kidnapping and R-wording their colleague. They had a party on West 14th Street at, I think it was Christmas or a New Year's party. And basically, some of the workers took advantage of this female postal worker. These idiots took her out to the truck and they got it on video. They're going to jail, for real. All right, y'all, let's get it going. We still got more in the clip. I told you it's not over. Do me a favor, if you guys appreciate the content, ain't nobody else gonna show you no serial sniffer. Come on now, ain't nobody else gonna show you a serial sniffer. Go on and get them likes up for your boy. The sun is literally coming out. We've been doing this for about an hour and change. Do your boy a favor, hit that like button and let everybody know how we getting down over here. Do me that favor. Let's go ahead and get to this next clip that I want you guys to see about this postal worker in Manhattan. It's a tragic story, but we always talk about everything, not just the funny. We got to get into the serious stuff too.
These three men are supposed to be the most reliable people on earth, U.S. postal workers. But what they are accused of doing, prosecutors say, inflicted pain and suffering to one of their own colleagues.
Not guilty.
In June of 2023, the victim and the defendants, Daniel Jean, Kirk Akala, and Edward Chu, attended a party at the post office on East 14th Street after work. The victim remembers having drinks at the party, but at some point she felt strange, lost consciousness, and lost time. Prosecutors say surveillance video from inside of the post office shows two of the defendants carrying the victim out into a postal truck.
Video surveillance shows the defendants half dragging, half carrying her out of the loading bay of the post office and into the back of a postal truck parked on the street.
And that's not all.
Video shows defendant Daniel Jean slap and squeeze the victim's buttocks as he and defendant Alcala supported her between them, and her head rolled on her shoulders.
Also, defendant Jean is accused of sexual abuse in the first degree. Witnesses called 911 after seeing the victim allegedly being handled by the men. When police arrived,
police then heard banging sounds and cries for help from inside the truck, and Daniel Jean emerged shortly thereafter from the back of the truck with his pants unzipped.
In this 10-count indictment, prosecutors say the men kidnapped the victim, their actions motivated by sex. We asked Jean's attorney about the charges and the evidence in the case. The prosecutor said there's surveillance images showing...
You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. We know nothing about any evidence. So as far as anyone's concerned, there's no evidence until you see evidence.
And also in court, the prosecutor says the victim only remembers waking up in an ambulance. All of the men are back in court in June.
Search for... It seems to me like they probably just got remanded, or that was probably the beginning of when that happened. Yeah, so just, like, again, I can't tell you guys funny stories all the time. Wanted you guys to see something like that that's going on too, because that was crazy. And nobody's talking about it. That's the first time I heard about it since 2023 that actually happened. That's pretty crazy right there. What we got in the comments? What you guys got to say about that? Makes no sense. Why would you throw away the panties when you could save them for later? Okay, what else you got? Marielle, vile animals. Isn't this a federal crime since on federal property? Can't even go to work. Lotus says, wow, worst criminals. We got Tim that says illegally tossing the panties. Lotus says the sneakers story understands this message is freaking bizarre. Okay, I got what you're saying. Bill Cosby wannabe. Kendra, your message got shut down. You must have been mad. Tim Harsh got caught tossing illegally the panties. What else? Trumpelstiltskin says, appreciate it. Had it since 2016. Kendrick Extortions Lamar says, sir, do you stream daily? Yes, we do. We do stream daily every day. Hit that like button, says Golden Heart. Hit that like button, you guys. If y'all appreciate the content, like I said, we start pooling at 3. We get ready by 6, and we ready to go by 7, but by 6 o'clock. And we keep on going until we don't have no more in the clip. The clip has been thick today. I told y'all we had a lot because I saw a lot going on, and I wanted to show you guys what's going on. So now we got some more in the clip. We got President Trump, who basically is at the White House, and he's been asked a simple question. What is a woman? To you, President Trump. Seems like they try to put him up against the wall since they always saying that he doesn't like women. He's got a specific way that he picks his women and everything. So President Trump himself answered this question. I can't answer it for him, so we let him answer this question himself. What is his definition of a woman? You know, people keep putting words in your mouth. It's the best thing that you can do is just like he says, you say it yourself. So what does he feel is the answer for this question? I'll let him tell you.
Mr. President, how do you
I wanted to say, first of all, happy Women's Month. You
Thank
do
you.
so much for women by, first of all, keeping men out of women's sports, and you platform so many.
That was an easy one. That was crazy.
You platform so many great women, like your Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles. You also have Caroline Levitt doing a great job as press secretary. Now Alina will be joining as well. Since Democrats seem to struggle answering this question, I wanted to ask you, what is a woman, and why is it important that we understand the difference between men and women?
Well, it's sort of easy to answer for me because a woman is somebody that can have a baby under certain circumstances. She has a quality. A woman is a person who's much smarter than a man, I've always found. A woman is a person that doesn't give a man even a chance of success. And a woman's a person that in many cases has been treated very badly, because I think that what happens with this crazy issue of men being able to play in women's sports is just ridiculous and very unfair to women and very demeaning to women. And that's got to be about a 94%. I read today it was a 94% issue. And I watched the other day, I watched Congressman, a Democrat congressman, fighting for the fact that men should be allowed to compete essentially in women's sports. And
I don't know why they competing, why they fighting for it, but what he says make a lot of sense. Keep on fighting for it, because we're going to keep on winning.
And I say, I hope they keep that going, because they'll never win another election. That's a big deal. But women are basically incredible people, do so much for our country, and we love our women, and we're going to take care of our women. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a wrap for men and women's sports. All of these last final states that think that they're going to keep on pushing it, your funding is going to be chopped. He's already said it. So we've got what? Maine. The Maine governor is saying, we're going to go by what the state says. Well, he said, you know what? We are the federal. We're the Fed. We tell the state what to do. And if you don't listen, they go that money, and y'all not going to have no money, 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 money. They taking that money. You ain't going to get that funding that you guys needed. Do me a favor, you guys. If y'all appreciate the content, like I said, we've been there since 6 o'clock, rocking and shocking, doing our thing. We got the high class imperial clothes on right now. Y'all see it the way we do it. We keep it tight just for you. Do me a favor, you guys. Hit those 3 buttons over there, those 3 dots. Let that like come down. Hit that like button. We are that close to getting 30,000 subscribers. Will be a fantastic milestone for our show. Also, you guys, like I always tell you, it's time to do what? To talk about that money, 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 money. I got it for y'all in the description. Over 575 worth of surveys in there today. There's 2 surveys. One is about $200. The other one is about $375. You guys need to go in there and check out those surveys. Hit that survey. See if you got a chance to make some money. I know things are tight right now. That's why I don't ask for the money. I always ask for the likes, because I know it's rough right now. And I always try to let you guys know that we try to look out for each other here and not just try to hit each other's pockets. That's why what we got going on right here, we got that Show Your Talent show that's coming up. That's right. Show Your Talent show coming up in New York. We're starting in the 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. Come out, show your talent, win $250 at that location, then move on to probably be a final contestant where you can win $1,000. So yes, it starts off at $250 in that borough, but if you make it to the finals, you can make the $1,000, which brings it to a grand total of $1,250. I will be the host of this event. You see it, I'll be the host of every one of the events, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. Like we always tell you guys, we try to give something back, and we giving it back directly to the customer. That's how we doing it. Do me a favor, you guys, if y'all feel like y'all want to be a part of the event, hit up the email address that's also in the description. Last thing I'm going to tell you is, everybody, if you got a party, if you got an event, if you wash cars, if you're a mobile barber, whatever you got going on, send me your flyer. We're going to put it up in the post area. That's why we try to get a bunch of people here, because once we put a post up, everybody that attends our bottom line gets a chance to see it. And when they're subscribed, they also get a chance to see it. So when your advertisement gets posted up on our platform, many more people get to see it, which means what? You got the chance of making some more money at your business. We don't charge for that. So it's your boy Bugatti NYC, always trying to look out for you. That's how we do it over here. Y'all know how we do it. So, like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Again, going over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, and get yourself enrolled. If you feel like you want to be a part of the talent show, show your talent. Do me that favor, you guys. Also, your last chance to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so that you know when we are here, 6 o'clock every single day. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, I want you guys to get out. If you're not going to work today, go get some sun, hang out, breathe, experience life. Thank God for another day. Remember, don't worry about problems because we made it another day. Problems present opportunities. We have more chance to beat that problem now that we have another day at life. Look at it that way. Stay positive on the outlook. Be a good person. Care about people around you. And that's all Bugatti got to say. And if you guys want to send any last likes, y'all can do that. Make sure that you go ahead and comment, because I also pay attention to the comments even after I'm in there responding back to the stuff that you guys leave me, because I want to know what you guys have to say. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I hate to leave you. Y'all already know I hate leaving. I hate when I leave you guys, but it's so fun when I get to come back at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So thank you so much for all the love over there. Kendra, Batty, all of y'all, Mary L, all of y'all. Love is love. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all know what it is. Y'all ready? Get 'em. 1. Peace.